Hi, it's been a while since I did one of these, so we're going to jump into this with a problem that a lot of people have today. One is extreme sensitivity to emotions. We have all this energy going into the world from outside, our sun and solar system, what have you, but then we also have a large amount of emotional energy that is going on all the way around the world. And society is actually divided into two sections. There's one section, approximately a third, that is very sensitive to emotions. They're called emotional empaths. And it varies from being very slightly to being extremely sensitive to the emotions of other people. Then the other 70%, which are very lucky, they don't feel the emotions of the people around them. Now that's not saying that they can't, but by and large they won't. So this is actually aimed at 1/3 of the population, which is what we call emotional empaths. And one of the things that's very interesting about that is the more of an emotional empath that you are, the more you will go ahead and get caught up in the emotion of all these people around the world that are dying, that are coming down sick, and all the rest of this that is going on, civil unrest that is taking place around the world now. So all of these things, you can think of it as water that is being dumped on you. And the more water, the closer you come to being drowned in it. So quite literally, people who are extremely sensitive to emotions go ahead and feel as though they are drowning in all the stuff that is taking place in the world today. So one of the things that we're going to talk about is how to go ahead and mitigate, or at least reduce the effect of that for the people who are actually caught up in this. And it's also making it very difficult in relationships, because with this, anybody who is emotionally sensitive is having a very hard time in their relationships with other people. And some of the children that are coming in are extremely sensitive to the emotion of the environment, because they are also emotional empaths. So this whole thing is creating a lot of difficulty all the way around the world for people. So in order to go ahead and reduce that, one of the things that you can do, which is very easily done first thing in the morning, is go ahead and picture yourself inside a gold bubble. Now this is covering about 6 inches above your head to 6 inches below your feet. So just picture yourself inside this gold bubble. One of the things I find most people do is they try to make it very thin, like cheesecloth, and that doesn't do anything. You need to picture it about a 1/2 inch thick. That way people have some idea as to how, or the thickness that they want to go ahead and put on this. And I can hear some of the people who are intuitive say, well, if I do that, my intuition is not going to work. So you go ahead and put windows in it that will not touch or affect your intuition. Your intuition totally bypasses this. This is strictly for keeping emotions off you. One of the things that's very interesting is if you're just sitting there and then go ahead and picture the bubble around you, just notice how much cooler you feel after you have it up. It's one of the side effects of this, because emotions do end up feeling as though it's heat that is really radiating at you. Second thing is you put the gold one up. After you put this gold, you put a silver, a blue, and a yellow. All 4 bubbles up. Most people can get by with the gold and silver. Few people really need the gold, silver, blue, and then one in very few come up with they need the gold, blue, silver, and yellow. So you need to have all of those actually up around you. Now there's another way of doing this. Some people go ahead and find that the biocut release that I showed you back where I'm standing up in the videos, you go ahead and biocut, release, forgive the people out there, or humanity and all of its emotions that are out there. Then you put up a mirror in front, 1 foot wide, 3 foot high, one in back, 1 foot wide, 3 foot high, and one to either side, so that you are reflecting off the emotional energy that is coming at you from all the people around you. Very few people find that that actually works, but I'm having to do it more often now than I did before, so I'm throwing that in. If the one doesn't work, try the other. But most people will find putting the bubbles up, gold, silver, blue, yellow, will go ahead and actually take care of them. So keep that in mind. One of the big things you have is all this emotion. And please be careful of your children, because the children coming in today, a lot of them are emotionally sensitive. And so when the family is having a dispute, the children go ballistic. So you need to go ahead and really watch the emotion around them. Once they become somewhere around 10, you can sometimes start at 8, but it normally takes till about 10. You can then have them start putting the bubbles up, and they will be much calmer around the family. So take this, see what you can do with it, and have a great day.